Hi, welcome to another video. So, there's a new editor that is open source, built from scratch, has good AI features, and can be a good alternative to things like Cursor. This one is called Athas. Athas is supposed to be a new and open source editor that is actually built fully from scratch, is lightweight, and is genuinely fast. It is built upon TypeScript, but it is also combined with Rust, which I think supports more of the file operations for it, making it pretty fast. Actually, if you go to the website, you'll see that it is under a waitlist because it is quite bare bones as of now. They haven't started to distribute pre-built packages, so you have to build it yourself in order to use it, but that's pretty easy. I was using it and thought to share my thoughts on it. So, let's actually just get into it and see it for ourselves. But before we do that, a quick word from today's sponsor, Augment Code. This isn't your average AI assistant. Augment Code is an enterprise-grade AI built for real engineering teams working in massive, fast-moving code bases, not toy apps or vibe coding. It's far superior than Windsurf and Cursor because of its proprietary context engine that delivers millisecond-relevant snippets even across 100K file monorepos, feeding your entire repo, even millions of lines, into the best model available in real time. You get smart, in-context suggestions that make sense for your production code with Claude Sonnet 4+ Augment Context delivering the best quality at the same price. No model picker needed. Augment upgrades for you automatically. There's no need to switch editors. Augment works seamlessly in VS Code, JetBrains, Vim, and even Cursor. No forks, no compromises. It's secure by default and never trains on your code and supports customer-managed encryption keys. You're only billed for successful requests. That's pay-per-message pricing, no seat licenses, or complicated token math. Augment recently launched powerful new features like remote agents, which let you launch, monitor, and merge pull requests from parallel cloud workers without draining your local CPU. If you're ready to code with AI that keeps up with you, sign up for a free 14-day trial at augmentcode.com. Link is in the description. Now, back to the video. To start, just come to the GitHub repo and then clone it locally. Once cloned, just open it up and then run these commands based on your operating system. You just need to have Bun and Rust installed. So, make sure that you have those, and it will just run with the second command, which is bun run tari dev. If you want to build it and keep it as an app, and don't want to run it each time with the command, then you can just replace dev in this command with build, and it will allow you to install it as an app, which is great. Once you have started it, this is what it will look like. You can see that it is pretty much like Zed, but it's early and will have some issues. You'd have to consider that it is not an easy feat to build an editor from scratch with all the features that you want. I mean, Zed, after so many years, still has a good amount of issues and lack of features, and this is like a month old. Anyway, here you can see that on the left, you have the File Explorer. Here, you can see that it allows you to create files, edit files, and everything that you generally want to see as well. As of now, it doesn't have inline assist, which is a bummer, but based on the speed of development happening around it, we can probably see it pretty soon as well. It has autocomplete based on what provider you set up in the settings, which I'll show you going forward. Anyway, now, apart from all this, we have the AI features. You can hit this AI icon at the top, which will open up this AI chat window. This is agentic and works well, though you can see that we don't have the option to change the model here. Well, to do that, you'd have to head into the settings option located at the top right. Here, you can see a ton of features to configure it to your liking. You can configure things like autosave, sidebar position, updates, and stuff like that as well. While you can also set up things like fonts, tab size, and much more. Then, you can set up the theme here as well, and it has some good themes. I use the Cat Poochin theme here. While you also have the AI feature here, this is where you can set up the provider that you want to use. You can select between OpenAI, OpenRouter, Gemini, Anthropic, GitHub Copilot, and Claude Code as well. Yes, so it allows you to use the GitHub Copilot and Claude Code subscriptions in it as well. For Claude Code, it basically uses their SDK and makes it graphical, allowing you to keep the same good capabilities of Claude Code while putting it in a good and easy-to-use graphical interface. You can also use GitHub Copilot and stuff like that. You can also set up the context length and stuff like that as well. Anyway, there are some more cool settings here that you can have a look at if you want, which is also awesome. I use the Claude Code option here, as of now, because that works the best for me. Now, let's try to use the AI agent feature as well. So, I'm just going to close this, and here I can type in the prompt of what I want it to do. I'm going to ask it to make me a Minesweeper game using HTML, CSS, and JS. Now, it will go ahead and basically run Claude Code in the background as the AI provider here, and you basically get all the code quality of Claude Code, which is awesome. It is super fast, the UI is pretty responsive here, and everything is cool nonetheless. You can see as it creates the to-do files and everything, and you can see that in just a little bit, it gets done. You can see that it did this well, and running it also works. I have tried it, and it works well for complex tasks as well. One issue is that the files view doesn't refresh without hitting reload, especially for new folders that are blank. But reload works. So, that is kinda cool. It also has Git Explorer, search, remote connection as well, and extensions are also available, which are limited as of now. I really like it. I mean, yes, it's bare bones, there are errors and everything, but it's a work of probably like 2 months by one person, and this is usable. It has really good features, and I really like the trajectory it is on. It can be a really good AI editor that isn't just a VS Code fork. Another thing that I liked is that the codebase is pretty small, as it is supposed to be a quite lightweight editor. This means that you can actually use any AI coder or just manually edit it in order to get customized features or make it better for your use case, which makes it pretty great nonetheless. I thought to talk about this because I was giving it a try, and I really see awesome potential here. You guys can go ahead and give this a try for yourself, because it is really good nonetheless, and you can actually edit it and make it your own, or even contribute to make it better for all of us. Overall, it's pretty cool. Anyway, share your thoughts below and subscribe to the channel. You can also donate via Super Thanks option or join the channel as well and get some perks. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.